making the saves that he's been asked to make thus far in the season.
Faceoffs is going to be the biggest challenge. Ohio State #1 in the country, Notre Dame number 59, a big disparity.
Big disparity, and you talk, starts with Inacio for the Buckeyes. You see him there at the Faceoff X. He is as good as it gets when it comes to not only winning the draw, but controlling the draw, being able to get the ball either out of his stick, and he can handle the rock too. He's got a great stick, and we talked to both of these coaches this week. The key is possessions and number of possessions, and they both, obviously, winning faceoffs is part of that equation. You see right here, Notre Dame winning the first one.
Yeah, Ohio State had it for a moment. As you mentioned, Inacio, 608th goal of the season for Kavanaugh to lead Notre Dame, and 15th point as well, which also leads Pat Kavanaugh, then his brother Chris, second with 9. But as you said, the most glaring stat, ground balls. Right now, Notre Dame has been efficient, denied there.
Good save from Johnson, and two face-off wins for the Irish. He drops the goal, uses the turf, and great take.
First two face-offs going to Notre Dame, trying to make it 3 in a row. Good hustle from the Buckeyes, but the ground ball picked up. Ohio State, good stick work by Ohio State for a moment, but Notre Dame wins it back.
Yeah, so the stat that we thought would be dominated by goaltenders guessing until that ball finally snaps out. So you don't need to beat the goalies with speed when you got a shot as deceptive as that.
See that 14th goal this season to go with 1 assist. So now Myers and Knox at 14, and Colby Smith with the first one is at 15 to lead the Buckeyes. That's good balance. Courtesy of that man-up opportunity, and the 4th goal of the season for Dobson to go with 4 helpers. And after Ohio State had success at the face-off, Notre Dame had it for a moment. There have been several scrums off the face-off where it looks like Notre Dame has it, then Ohio State has it, and then back and forth, and I still don't know who's got this one.
It's going to be an Irish ball. And if you're Notre Dame, you've been struggling to meet every single year, even though they're no longer in the same conference.
Back to the X we go. Notre Dame has won 4 of 6. Earlier we had a stat update that said 5 of 7, but it was 4-2 now. Ohio State makes it 4-3 as Inacio wins.
Yeah, you had Coach Triplett, Matt Triplett, who was a former Buckeye, local coach at St. Francis de Sales, come by and speak to the team yesterday. He's leading an initiative with House Bill 492, which is to provide resources and tools for
Myers leads Ohio State with 15 goals and 17 assists as they go back to the X, and Notre Dame comes charging out of there. What a difference it's been for Notre Dame here as the snow keeps coming down. Fantastic work there by Will Lynch. That's just a freshman.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Notre Dame isn't sending help earlier.
Jack Myers, 16th goal today. First team all Big Ten selection in 2020. And Ohio State with their first lead. Reed, a 5th-year senior who was 3rd on the team in points a year ago. 11th goal this season. Inacio diving to the ground. And then the long stick pickup. And Ohio State has won the face-off again. All the momentum right now here. Well, again, another curse there, but Ohio State diving for it.
One of the things that you notice when you watch the Buckeyes is they seem to be first to every ground ball. They react, they run forward. They are in attack mode when that ball is loose. I think it's going to go to Notre Dame here. But the Buckeyes put a big emphasis on box lacrosse.
And the bench erupted right there on that goal.
Yeah, the Notre Dame defense just wasn't set. They thought they had more time. They thought he was going to continue to carry behind, and saw an opening and exploited it.
Off the face-off, one again by Ohio State. Ohio State now with a 7-5 advantage. This after the first 3 went to Notre Dame. Where Ohio State, after losing the first 3 face-offs, one of the best ever, in fact, the leader for Ohio State, number 30, wins another one, and they run straight downhill. Oh, big-time shot, but a better save by Entenmann. And that was off the...
That if you're a goalie, and Johnny Wiseman with the vision and the execution on that pass.
3rd goal this season, 2nd today for Scott White. You mentioned Wiseman, that's his 3rd assist of the season, and a spectacular feed Ground ball picked up by Notre Dame. Another face-off win, though, for Ohio State. They have changed that storyline.
That is a skilled finish from number 2. And Notre Dame's got to figure out how they want to cover him, because Ohio State is continuing to get the matchups that they want. Build some momentum here for the Notre Dame offense and see if they can start to solve Skylar Wallen.
So Boyer on the board for Notre Dame, and they finally stop this 6-0 run from Ohio State. The score now 8-5 with 8:40 and change remaining here. 5th goal of the season for Morrison Meyer. As we mentioned earlier, the son of former quarterback at Notre Dame, Rick Meyer. Next face-off one will be the advantage, and
got to push against the Buckeyes.
So now it's 9-8, so last 3.
They want to stay on his backside, like just on his back hip, and continue to drive him out so that you cannot hit that rollback. He can't get back to the middle of the field. Another face-off win for the Irish.
That's 4 in a row. Notre Dame scored 3 in a row.
He's getting a little bit of a break, but you know, you expected kind of just to be one way, but facing off is so much about matchups, and Ohio State rolls out there, has the ability to tiptoe that crease, not step in, and then obviously one-on-one with Wallen, nothing he can do there, but man, great athleticism and body control. This should be a penalty. Oh, they're not going to get there. It is. So another man-up opportunity coming for Ohio State.
They do finally blow the whistle. You see the flag out there as well.
Yeah, this is tough if you're Notre Dame. Is it the 3rd?
Yeah, it is. 3rd penalty against Notre Dame, just 1 for Ohio State. And the face-off battle is tied. There's the penalty.
Yeah,
right
you
there.
see the extension with the hands in the back. That's going to get called every single time. We'll see if Ohio State goes back to the play that Colby Smith had 2 on.
As well, because that fooled Entenmann.
Yeah, once Knox got to that spot and realized he had time, you know, he's Canadian, he's going to get to the right spot, he's going to finish, so.
Another face-off won by Ohio State. As you talked about, Drew Blanchard.
Yeah, Colby Smith wanted to shoot that.
On the cage, and hands in the air, giving credit to that man right there, number 29, Jackson Reed, the senior from Canada. And it's a 3-goal lead for Ohio State. If you're just tuning in, it was Notre Dame early from the X, despite coming in number 59, and they led it 2-0. They led it 4.
But great job, just continue to run, get to a good spot, and then finish your shot. So Blanchard back out for the Buckeyes.
Third goal.
Lynch.
Third goal this season for Angrick. Lynch, just a freshman.
Not sure what the call was. Heat from Colby Smith.
Low to low heat, 3rd goal today for Smith, 17th goal this season. Nothing Entenmann could do with that shot from Smith. And Ohio State, they were on the verge of just having a 1-goal lead. What a turnaround, what a swing for the Buckeyes. So Kavanaugh now with 2, as Notre Dame has spread out their goal scoring. 9th goal this season, 2nd today for number 51, and the lead is back to 2 again. And a face-off won there by Notre Dame. Notre Dame's now won 12. Ohio State's won 13. And you think about that scenario. So Ohio State comes in, the number 1 team in the country on face-offs. Notre Dame comes in.
Gets to a great spot, gets to the middle of the field, and then the shot location, and you talk about the heat plus the power. Shot location, nothing Skylar Wallen can do. And Ohio State's going to get possession here on this face-off.
That was huge there. The long stick of Tyler Gallagher. Reed, 13th goal this season, 3rd today, as Ohio State with 3 players with 3 goals. They've got 2 with 2. And off the face-off, Ohio State has it. The Buckeyes with a 2-goal lead led by Smith, Reed, and I'm up the national rankings as well. Their only loss to a really good Cornell team on the road. They've got Denver and Dartmouth coming to Columbus. Then they start Big Ten play at Rutgers, another top 10 team, by the way, representing the Big Ten. And then they're back home against Penn State and Johns Hopkins. They'll be at Maryland, and the Buckeyes have done it. They will charge the field. Ohio State knocking off Notre